Hello everybody, and welcome back! Last time we reached Gaia Rock and we attempted to take on the serpent while we were unsuccessful. However, we managed to explore a little bit more of Gaia Rock and we may have found a solution to the problem regarding the serpent of Migai. This time we're going to take on the serpent once again and hopefully see if we can finally defeat it. So, I've already shown how to get to the serpent, and since I don't want to go through the growth maze again, I'm going to quickly cut to when I reach it. So see you guys in a moment. At last! The serpent has finally had its fill. This is the chance I had hoped for. I will defeat you before the next full moon and rescue Kushinada myself. Alright, you so-called guardian. Let's see what you got! That's weird. It did not even react. Feeding the serpent Dragon's Bane is not weakening enough for me to beat it. Alright, so it would seem that even with the Dragon's Bane and with the Sunlight and the dagger, Susa is not strong enough. I'm done for. That dragon has finished me off. And he has another line of dialogue that I want to show. Who do they think they are? I'm the only one who can save Kushinada. Well, we'll see. So, last time we attempted a summon rush and we were not particularly successful, but I feel that we may have better luck this time. So, one more thing. I never pointed this out, mainly because I don't use summon rush quite a lot. So, whenever you use any summon that takes more than one Jin, you don't get them back immediately. They are put in the recovery status, and depending on in which order they were set into the standby position, that's the order in which you get them back, meaning that you can actually control which Jin you want to recover first. So for example, the serpent is a Venus based enemy, of course, since it lives in the heart of Gaia Rock, and I actually don't want to try and get the XP and coin boost, so I'm going to have to finish it off with a Jupiter Jin. So for that reason, I'm going to set Whiz, Waft and Blitz first, that way I should get all three of them back in that particular order. And then I want Shade first, because it is a fairly strong ability, and then Kindle. And as for Felix, well, I'm going to set Iron first, because the defense boosting can be quite useful, especially when we are weak. Anyways, here we go. Alright. Finally, we have the serpent, and for once I am going to go over its stats. It is level 33, it has 3536 HP, and it has a quite strong healing factor, but I'll go into that in a moment. It has 160 synergy, 249 attack, 76 defense, 135 agility and 46 luck. It has a Venus resistance of 152, a Mars and Mercury resistance of 100, and a Jupiter resistance of 48, and it has a Venus elemental power of 110. It normally yields 1995 experience points, which then become 2593 if we finish it off with a Jupiter Jin. It drops 2898 coins, which then become 3767, and it does not drop any items, technically. As for its commands, it has a basic attack, the Toxic Breath, Black Ice and Mighty Press monster skills, and the Quake Sphere, Briar and Cure Well synergies. Now, if fought normally, as we did the first time, it will always restore 2430 HP at the end of every turn. But the more and more you expose it to sunlight, the weaker its healing factor becomes. So, if it is exposed to one light, its healing factor becomes 810, still quite high, and at that point it's still impossible to take it out. If you expose it to two lights, it recovers to 270, which is still a bothersome amount. If you expose it to three lights, it recovers 90, which we can totally work with that. But if you fully expose it to sunlight, it will only recover 30 HP at the end of the turn. So, and one more thing. Normally, when it is not exposed to sunlight, it will always take 3 actions every turn, but now that it has been fully exposed, it will only take 2, which is still more than any of the previous bosses we encountered so far. And also, from this point onward, every single boss will, at the very least, take 2 actions every turn. Alright, so let's quickly use all the level 4 summons. Alright, so if I'm not mistaken, the damage from all the level 4 summons should be around 2700. Yeah, give or take. And it did not heal. Alright, and Sheba is not the best of shapes. Let's see, let's use a spirit ring. And let's do one Mars summon and Jupiter and let's use Nerei. That should not take it out, hopefully. Really? Alright, that is actually very annoying. Alright. Hopefully I have Water of Life on another character. No. Alright, let's see. Nope. Okay, thank you. Please. I am getting some terrible luck right now. Okay. And still, and he managed to kill the one character that can heal others. Everyone else. Or can Sheba? Nope, I can't do anything about that. If I kill it and Pierce is down, he will not get any experience, meaning that he will be far behind everyone else, but I may not have a choice. For now I'll do that and wait it out a bit. Let's use the spirit ring once more. Let's get Kindle back so I can boost Sheba's attack one more time. And let's defend. Please. Alright. Mighty Press is actually kinda scary because it can kill one of your party members. Alright, we got Spark. That hopefully that will be enough to revive Pierce. Please don't fail. Right, alright. Alright. Okay. Just to be safe, let's use Iron. And let's use Kindle once more. Let's use Whiz and Shade for the defense. He had a couple of turns to recover, so he will probably survive this. Or not! It looks like the dragon is in bad shape, but it doesn't seem like it's close to dying. Even though the serpent has been defeated, I cannot rest. Be still, serpent, and I will grant you peace. And with this, Kushinada's life has been spared. You have my sincerest thanks. Where are you going? To Kushinada, of course. Oh, yeah, the tablet. We almost forgot. Anyways. Wielder of Earth's might, lay your hands upon the stone. I shall grant thee the power to melt into the earth, the power of sand. Wielder of Earth's Might. That would be you, Felix. Touch it. Go on. Don't worry. Felix learned sand. Alright. So I'm getting a little bit ahead of the game right now, but there's one more thing that we can get in this very same room. And since I don't want to go back to Gaia Rock, I want to get the item right now. So if we inspect the paddle here, left by the Dragon's Bane, we got a Cloud Brand. That is also the very same weapon that Sousa was using. So first I'm going to quickly equip it on Felix. It's not as strong when it comes to the attack as the Lightning Sword, but it has an incredible effect, which I'll go into in a moment. And I'll give the Lightning Sword to Pierce. Alright, let's get out of the sand and... Alright, the Cloud Brand. Let's quickly go over it, shall we? The Cloud Brand has an attack boost of 130, its unleash is called Radiant's Wrath, it deals 39 extra Jupiter damage and it will always ignore a target's defense. Alright, so yeah, the Cloud Brand is quite unique. First off, its special or side effect always triggers the defense ignoring ability, and it is the first weapon to have an unleash rate that is higher than 35%. Alright. Here we are. I am not dying, I am just so tired. I'm going to lie down for a bit. Alright? You're going to tell Kushinada that you defeated the serpent, aren't you? No. Please, you were the ones to defeat it, so you should be honest and accept credit. Anyway, Sousa will stay there for a while, and we have a couple of reasons to go back to Izumo, as you'll see in a moment. And a nice little detail is that news of the serpent's defeat have reached the town, and everybody is just celebrating. So, first off, I want to quickly heal up. Alright, so before I go and speak with Lady Usume, I quickly want to head to the Izumo caves, because now we can actually explore them. Sorry, the Izumo ruins. So I'm going to set up a shortcut for sand. So this is a fairly simple puzzle, we just use frost, and for whatever reason, even though when the wooden pillars are sticking out you can actually go underneath them, if you pound them into the ground you will not be able to use sand around them, even though you were already beneath them before. Right. So the Izumo ruins is a fairly short dungeon, and there's actually only one new enemy here. So hopefully we'll run into it soon enough. Want to take the route to the right? Do I want to? Right, that one. Well, speaking of, here we have that new enemy that I was talking about. This is a Grizzle. It is level 26, it has 175 HP, 30 synergy, 243 attack, 70 defense, 145 agility and 30 luck. It has a Venus resistance of 127, a Mars and Mercury resistance of 100, and a Jupiter resistance of 72. And it has a Mars elemental power of 85. It normally yields 259 experience points, which then become 336 if we finish it off with a Jupiter Gene. It drops 208 coins, which then become 270, and there is a 1 in 64 chances that then become a 1 in 16 that it will drop an Otafuku Mask, which is an artifact which I'll go into detail after the battle is over. As for its commands, it has the basic attack and the Nova and Curse synergies. And it's actually accompanied by yet another enemy that actually drops an artifact. So we may get lucky enough to get two. but I really doubt it. Alright, let's see. Nope. Anyways, on to the Otafuk mask. It provides a defense boost of 31, and it can be used from your inventory to simulate the Aqua Breath monster skill. So basically to deal mercury based damage to a range of 3 enemies, but it can only be worn by female party members, so that would mean Sheba and Jenna. Yeah, as I thought, I did not want to go through here. So yeah, now that we encountered the Grizzle, I really have no reason not to set up a shortcut for the avoid synergy. Alright. Alright, so we have a chest there, and I really want to get what's inside it, because it's a fairly neat piece of equipment. Alright, let's see here. We got the Phantasmal Mail. So first I want to equip it. I'm going to give this to... Let's give it to Pierce for now. Alright, so the Phantasmal Mail. It has a defense boost of 38, it boosts luck by 7 points, and it can be used from your inventory to inflict delusion on 3 targets. So, a decent enough defense boost, and any item that actually boosts luck is always a nice addition. But now that we got that, we can actually just pound the pillars and continue on. As you can see there, we have a huge body of water. So let's go ahead and use Sparge right here. And we're almost finished. And here we are, the final chamber of the Izumo ruins. And we have a summon tablet. It's been quite a while since we last ran into one of these. Felix can now summon Ulysses. To summon Ulysses, 2 Mercury and 2 Mars Gene are necessary. Alright, so we got our new tablet summon. Let's quickly go over it, shall we? Ulysses, a legendary wandering mage. It requires 2 Mars and 2 Mercury Gene. It has a base power of 160 Mars. It has an HP multiplier of 12%. After it is successfully summoned, it provides a boost of 30 to both Mars and Mercury, and it has a side effect that may prevent the enemy from taking any action that turn. Alright, so now that we got that, we have no more reason to stay here. Let's go ahead and retreat. And now we can go and see Lady Uzume. Waters appeared from within Mount Mikage. Yes, after the serpent's roar, these warriors appeared. So it wasn't Susa who defeated the serpent, but those heroes. It might have been. Lady Kushinada, please forgive me. I don't care who defeated the serpent, I am more worried about what happened to Susa. So, Susa never came down from Mount Mikage? He returned to the village after the heroes appeared, and he knew the serpent was defeated. Oh, Susa. Who are you? This is my home and I am having a private conversation. Leave at once! What is it? There can be no doubt. These are the heroes who appeared on Mount Mikage. Are you the ones who defeated the serpent? So it was you. My apologies. You are welcome here. Who are you? I am Kraden, and this is Felix. Behind him is Pierce. Pleased to meet you. I'm Jenna, and this is Sheba. We're on a quest. Our travels across the Great Eastern Sea brought us here. You were seen coming down from Mount Mikage. What brought you to such a dangerous place? To complete our quest, we need many types of synergy. Synergy. What is synergy? Synergy is many things. The power to move things with one's mind, to heal, to create. All with one's mind? Tell me, is it something like this? Is that the power you're talking about? That power? Lady Usume? It's not mine alone. Kushinada and Susa possess it as well. This is the power we possess. I assume you have something like it yourselves? Yes. So you call what we do synergy, and you can do it too? If you already have synergy, why do you need more of this power? Their powers are different from our own. There seems to be many forms of synergy. Susa! Susa. So, you lived after all, Susa. Yes, I have survived, and I made it home to you both. Thanks to them, actually. Felix, our gratitude to you and your friends grows deeper each passing moment. Susa, you spoke of different types of power. Tell me, what did you mean? I can only describe what I saw, my sister. Ask Felix here about it. Ah yes, synergy. I have dedicated most of my life to its study. The power of synergy comes from the four basic forces of earth, fire, water, and wind. These energies, the foundations of alchemy, are called elementals. You don't know alchemy? The four elements? Why, they are the very building blocks of all matter on the world. All existing matter comes from alchemy, and this synergy? Yes, that is right. Everything you see around you is some combination of these elements. Does this mean that there are as many types of synergy as there are types of elements? That is right, Kushinada. You are a smart lass. Mount Mikage was a place of great earth powers. I would imagine your powers are earth-based. That's right, but how did you know this? Kraden, Mount Mikage is Gaia Rock, isn't it? Gaia Rock? Mount Mikage is the sacred mount of our people! Yes, but there are many mountains like your Mount Mikage all across the Eastern Sea. Mount Mikage is a sort of earth power, and therefore it must be Gaia Rock. You have seen other mountains, like our Mount Mikage? Yes, in fact, it seems that each of these rocks contains a different elemental power. And now you are questing to gather the power of these elements, yes? And you only defeated the Great Serpent of Mikage to accomplish this goal? Yes. Regardless of your motives, you have saved us all. You're not implying that we defeated the serpent, are you? It is true that we did fight the creature, but without Susa's power, the battle might not have ended so happily. What are you... Susa had given the beast a lot of dragon's bane in order to weaken it. We could never have beaten the beast if we had not been in a weakened state. We were victorious only because Susa risked everything to weaken the dragon. Susa, perhaps, after all, you are... No, I didn't. Don't forget, Susa dealt the finishing blow, didn't he? Well, technically he did. Finishing blow? All I did was stab it with the Cloud Brand. I disagree. You weakened the serpent, you dealt the final blow. I would say you were essential. So, Lady Usume, wouldn't you say that Susa deserves the reward for this feat? Even Felix agree, don't you, Felix? Sure. I do too. We weren't fighting in hopes of getting a reward, were we? We will be satisfied just learning your synergy. As you can see. Now, it is about time for us to leave Izumo village. Yes, indeed. We're on our way to Lemuria. You're leaving so soon? We are in a great hurry. Then you must return to Izumo someday. I'm sure we'll be back once our mission is completed. Excellent. I shall accept that as your oath. Oath? Oh, by promising to return, we'll be ensuring that our quest will end successfully. I understand. We must vow to return, everyone. We'll be waiting. So, a couple of things. First off, I think it was implied that the vision of the heroes appearing, meaning us, came from Lady Usume, but she's clearly a Venus adept, and the ability to foresee the future is technically tied to Jupiter, so it is quite odd that she, of all people, has that ability. But, a couple of things regarding her as well. First off, way back, before we defeated the serpent, we read her mind, and she allowed us to, but right now, if we try to... And what were you planning to do once you read my mind? Felix, you read my mind earlier too, didn't you? She actually acknowledges that fact. You cannot read my mind, but if there is something you want to know, I shall tell you. And if we try one more time... Trying again, Felix? What a pest. You can see my mind, but you are incapable of peering into my heart. But if we just speak to her normally... If you have time, won't you enjoy a little of our celebratory festival? And we get an item prompt, and that is because we actually have one more use for the dancing doll. Ah, could it be? Is this the dancing doll of Mount Mikage? You found this at the peak of Mount Mikage? Again, you have done more for me than I can properly reward you for doing. I think I may have something that might please you. This is my pet. It is very dear to me. I am unsure how it works, but this fellow seems to magnify our power. Though it saddens me to part with it, I will have you take him, as he might help you. Felix and his friends have agreed to care for you from now on. Please, accept this gift. Felix found the Mars gene Coal. With this dancing doll, I can explore Mount Mikage on my own. Take care, Felix. Alright, so we finally have our 6th Mars gene. So first I want to quickly get them all back, and let's go over our new gene. Coal. His battle effect is that he doubles the entire party's agility temporarily, and as for the set stat bonus that he provides, he gives a plus 11 to base HP, plus 3 to base synergy, and plus 3 to base agility. But now that Jenna can hold 6 Mars gene, she can access a new rank within the Flame user class, the Fire Master. As for the stats, she receives a 20% boost in HP and then a 10% boost in every other stat, aside from luck, and at this point any synergy is already available, so she did not unlock any new synergies. Alright, so with that we are pretty much done with Izumo. Felix, wait. It troubled me to let you leave like this. I owe you much for your help, but I didn't have any way to thank you. And then I thought of something. You're a warrior, and warriors need weapons, wouldn't you agree? Yes. This token isn't something I possess. It is a legend, one that might be of use to you. Long ago, the great serpent of Mikage would sleep with its body crossing the river. Where its tail fell, the cloud brand lay hidden. That is the legend, anyway. The serpent was once the sword's protector, but it lost the sword many ages past. Anyway, maybe you want to go check out the dragon again. I left something there for you, just as a way of saying thank you. Well, I said what I came to say. I am going back to Kushinada. I hope you are successful in your quest. So yeah, he pretty much tells you to go back and get the Cloud Brand, and as I mentioned, I wanted to avoid having to go all the way back. So we finally cleared out Gaia Rock, we took out the Serpent, we got a new gene, and we got the Sand synergy. We're making some progress, but before I end the video, there's one more place in the Great Eastern Sea that I actually want to inspect. So far we went to the North Oceania Islet, the Sea of Time Islet, and of course Izumo and Gaia Rock. But we're still missing the very small island right here. So I'm going to make a small cut and I'll see you guys back in this place. Welcome back! So let's land the ship, and here we are at the Southeast Angara Islet. So if I'm not mistaken, I think there's a hidden item right here. Yep. We got a lucky medal. And we have a small puzzle here regarding the boxes, but I want to ignore that for now. I actually want to talk to the two men right here. We like this island a lot. That's why we're here. Because we like it. We sure aren't looking for Treasure Isle. Nope. What are you saying, idiot? Don't listen to that guy. He didn't say anything about Treasure Isle. Nothing at all. Look, we're busy. We can't talk now. Catch us some other time. So yeah, they're not the smartest bunch, but I want to quickly read their minds. If we're supposed to be partners in this crazy treasure hunt, why am I the one doing all the cooking? Sure, there are legends about how there's treasure hidden north of the Sea of Time, but have we found any? I just hope it's not in the seafloor. What will we do then? Alright, so they're pretty much talking to the one other place, well, aside from the two shores in Angara that we haven't visited, this particular island right here. The island that is surrounded by a bunch of rocky spires. This is Treasure Island, and while we can technically reach it, we can't really explore much of it, so I'm going to ignore that for now. So our next destination will have to be one of the two shores. But now that we got the Sand synergy, we can finally proceed with the trading side quest, the one which we began at the East Tundaria Islet with the Precious Stone. So that is what we're going to be doing for next time. So, see you guys then.